The third habit of highly negative people is sort of the eye rolling, but it's a little bit more verbal. It's the tssk and sigh. You know that sound? You're in a meeting, you're all excited about something, you tell somebody, hey, let me tell you about this cool thing. I got a great idea. And you start to explain it, and somebody says, what does that do to you? It's very dismissive, isn't it? And it really kind of pulls the rug out from under you because they are dismissing what you have to say. I think it's really important to recognize that that tssk and sigh is very, very powerful to us because we're all so attuned to it. And we kind of think, wow, maybe I better stop talking and just sit down. So we don't want to get into a habit of dismissing people just by tsking and sighing. Now, I have to tell you this. When I was young, my dad always wanted to go to church and sit in the front pew. This was his thing. He wanted to sit in the front pew, and it was okay, except that we were always late, constantly. We could never, ever get to church on time. So we would trot into church, we would kind of process, if you will, up the aisle, and we would sit in the front pew. And I finally figured out why my dad was so insistent he wanted to sit in the front pew. We're sitting there one day, you know, the sermon was going long. We were all waiting and waiting. And my dad just really subtly went, and the minister went, oh, it's time for the benediction. And we all went to brunch. So I think my dad was actually telling the minister like how long his sermon should be, and then we would get out whenever he wanted, which worked. The fourth habit of highly negative people